So I said something yesterday in the video, the video where I was sharing my where I'm at right now, kind of homeless or whatnot, and I said something. Am I really walking in my purpose if it's not growing? Because I'm in a space to where I'm really thinking about everything. The questions are coming, and I'm asking God, like, am I really walking in my purpose if it's not going? Because there are things that I have been doing for a while now. There are things that I have been doing for. I've been putting the time. I've been showing up. I've been putting in all of the resources that I do have, like, to really trying to get to the next level with the She Collection, with my YouTube channel, right? And I asked a question, and I said, am I really walking in my purpose if it's not growing? And that kind of stuck with me to where last night I was in the car, the kids were kind of sleeping, and I'm thinking about that in my quiet, just silently kind of talking to God, right? And I wanted to kind of go a little bit deeper with that and just kind of hear what God was kind of showing me with that, right? And I just kind of want to share that on today. Let me ask you something real, right? If operating in your purpose is about pleasing God and not people, then why does it feel discouraging when what you're doing isn't growing? That's what I had to ask myself last night. No increase, no recognition, no visible fruit, right? And you start to wonder, am I even doing what God called me to do? The real place, real time, because that has been the question. Am I even doing what God has called me to do? Another question, is he pleased with me, or did I miss it? You know, if you've ever asked yourself that question, those questions, listen, this conversation is for you. This conversation is for you. Because we've been taught, that growth equals approval. You know, if it's not growing, then maybe that's not it, right? If it's not expanding, if it's not multiplying, if it's not being affirmed, right, then it must not be God. But scripture doesn't say that purpose is proven by popularity. It says in 1 Corinthians 4:2 that it is required of stewards that one be found faithful. God never told you to be successful. He told you to be faithful. He told you to be faithful. And faithfulness doesn't always come with applause. Listen, some seasons aren't about producing. They're about rooting, right? And before fruit shows up, roots go deep. Before expansion, there's formation that has to be set, right? Ecclesiastes, I'm probably not saying it right. It tells us that there's a time to plant and a time to harvest. But planting seasons are quiet. That planting season, that's quiet. It's unseen. They don't always fit. Listen, that planting season, it doesn't feel rewarding at all. And yet those seasons matter just as much. Listen, if God is deepening you, if God is refining you, if God is humbling you, teaching you obedience, that is not lack of purpose. That is purpose. Listen, that is purpose. Listen, how do I know if I'm walking in my purpose? Here's how you know if you're operating in your purpose, even if it's not growing. You're obeying God even when it feels uncomfortable. You're obeying God, you're showing up even when it feels uncomfortable. Here's another way that you know if you're operating in your purpose, right? You will still do it even if no one ever noticed it. You're not chasing applause, you're chasing alignment. You're still showing up even when you feel discouraged. You are still showing up even when you feel discouraged. And that might be the main one that is for me right now, because I don't have a place to live. But I keep showing up when I don't know what I'm gonna say, when I don't know how to, when I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if I have nothing to say. Like, who wants to really kind of to hear what I'm dealing with in my life? Like, there's right? But I keep showing up, just being myself, being authentic, and sharing the real of what I'm dealing with, even when I don't always feel, when I feel discouraged. There's some hours in the day to where I'm sad. I'm like, man, how do I survive this day? Right? But in Galatians 1:10, it says that if I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Purpose that pleases God often feels lonely. It feels slow. It often feels misunderstood. Listen, so here's the thing. Let me say this clearly. Your purpose is not validated by numbers. It's validated by obedience. Just because it's not growing outwardly, it doesn't mean that God isn't working inwardly. You don't prove your purpose by production. You fulfill your purpose by faithfulness. And listen, God is not disappointed in you at all. He is forming you. He is forming you. He's molding you. He's shaping you. So here's the thing. Don't abandon what God gave you just because it hasn't multiplied yet. Don't quit in the planting season just because you don't see a harvest yet. And listen, don't confuse silence with disapproval. If you're obeying God with a sincere heart, that's the key. If you are obeying God with a sincere heart, listen, you're pleasing God. You're pleasing God. Stay planted, stay fruitful, and trust that when God is ready, growth is going to speak for itself. All right? Listen, that's what I got for you on today. Listen, if you're in a season to where purpose feels quiet, understand that you are not alone in this. I am right there with you. But it's important that we remember that God sees us and he's not finished. I know the year 2025 is coming to a close, but God is not finished. He is not finished. Like, this year coming to a close don't mean he stops and puts a pause and is like, okay, I'm done with her, the year is over. Nope, God is not finished with us. Listen, that's what I got for you on today. Listen, have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for tapping in with me. Like the video, share this video. I'm going to drop the link for the She Collection. Support the She Collection. Go grab your journal for 2026. Go get your new journal for 2026. We have some amazing journals in the collection. The link will be in the description section of this video. Click the link for the She Collection on Amazon. Go check out all of our journals. I always say read the description section for our journals and grab the best journal that aligns with the season that you are walking through. All right? Y'all have a beautiful day. I love y'all to pieces. I'll catch y'all on the next video.